Hello everybody. We got cars not so happy with me, but we are taking the Peterborough 389. We got beautiful new engine sounds in this. Let's start it up. Sounds pretty mean. So today we are going to take a load from, I think we are in Providence, Rhode Island. Yeah, we are. And we are going to take this from Providence, Rhode Island, all the way through the eastern coast, down through to Mississippi, through Tennessee and Virginia. We slightly touch West Virginia, but we're going to take this down all along here until we hit Grenada, Mississippi. We are taking fertilizer, 31,000 pounds of fertilizer. It's going to be a longer video, 1,300 miles just about, going up through Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, Tennessee, and Mississippi. It'll be a really, really good drive. So let's get ready to pick it up. Looks like the pickup is there. So we're gonna go over here and back her in. It's currently 4:02 p.m. so we're gonna get a little bit of driving in before it gets dark, and then we'll probably find a place to sleep, just because it is indeed getting pretty late. Especially when you pick this up, it'll be about 5 or so o'clock, so it'll be a little late, but that is a-okay. I can't even see where I'm turning. Wrong turning angle. We're gonna straighten that up a little bit more. That was a little off, but it's gonna be a very good delivery here. A lot of money. Should be a fun drive too. Wow, those are really loud. That's good. Let's turn her off. Let's load her up. All right. So we have 31,000 pounds of fertilizer on board. Let's start her up. Release that parking brake. Sounds so good. All right. Lights are on. Now let's head for Mississippi. I'm not going to do a lot of driving today just because it is already late. We have 54 hours to complete this, so we're going to sleep probably at least once. But I guess driving in the daytime is better. Not for traffic, but it's better for sightseeing. And that is a beat-up truck. We're clear. Make sure we get some extra room. We got some poles on the side of the road. It'll cause some troubles. let's swing wide here because this fucking dog is gonna, of course, come out right when we're turning. Let's hop on the highway here. Swing a little wide there, but that is a-okay. We are still in the lines. Now let's get on moving now for Mississippi. One thing I don't like about the Peterbilt 389 in this game is they don't have a clock anywhere. So when you want to know what time it is, you need to pull up the map they have just to see the time and everything. So that's the only annoying thing, but that is okay. It's keep that. Getting some speed finally. I do want to mess with a gameplay setting real quick. Yeah, the rain probability, we're going to raise that a bit. And detours, they're really annoying sometimes, but you know what, we'll turn detours on a little bit. Just because maybe it'd be kind of fun to have some detours. Looks like we're gonna be getting on this other highway here, so let's get on over. Leave the turn signal on because we gotta get into this lane too. Slow it down a bit, use the engine brake. Oh, the engine brake is mean with this sound pack. Sounds like an actual engine brake rather than just a deafening sound that American Truck Simulator put in here. Yeah, in the normal game, the engine brake is so loud that the audio can't even pick it up very well. It just makes the whole audio just silent. But with this engine brake, you can actually hear it. It actually sounds really, really mean. We're on Highway 90 out through Connecticut. This should be fun. Then we will make another turn to go south down through Virginia and Pennsylvania. Really pretty so far, but this will be a long video just because of the distance we will be covering. Sorry, I'm a little all over the road. I'm just checking on the stream and making sure it is working good, and it does seem to be doing good. And we got a little slow line of trucks here, but I do believe we will be getting off soon. Yeah. We'll be heading down into Connecticut. Sorry, we were up through Massachusetts on this road, actually. Not in Connecticut, but we will be dropping into Connecticut. Let's hear the good old engine brake with the window down. Ooh. So mean with the window down. Let's roll that back up so we can talk a little bit more. Coming to a pretty hard break all of a sudden. We got a really slow XPO truck right here, double trailer. Probably carrying a lot of weight, but that is okay. We'll just go around him. It's 7 o'clock already. Only gone about 100 or so miles. I would love to get a little farther before it gets done, before we call it quits. But I'm gonna do partial night driving. I just want to kind of find a rest stops. Oh Lord. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna be doing quite a bit of night driving. That's the only rest stop I see on the route. There is no rest stop here in Connecticut. There is in New York, but that is a little off of the path. And I'm not sure New York in this game is like well done, because I drove right past it one time. Nothing happened. There was no New York. Couldn't even see any New York, so I don't know. We're probably just gonna keep sending it through the night for a little bit until we get to that rest stop down in Philadelphia, I believe. Yep, down in Philadelphia will be the rest stop, so we'll mark that. Actually, I'm curious to see how far that said. It's about 5 hours from here, so it'll be a bit of night driving. Or we could try and stop at New York. I just went to New York and saw nothing, so I'm not sure that it will be much of anything or just like another preset town, even though it is supposed to be New York City. So I don't know, kind of have to decide kind of soon-ish. We probably got a couple hours till we even get near New York to decide. But Hartford, it looks pretty good. There's some skyscrapers and stuff around. So maybe we do stop in New York. It's a couple miles off path, but then we're not driving at nighttime, which isn't very fun, but we could do that. So we will just wait and see. And the speed limit has dropped, and I have not noticed that, but we will engine brake down still around the speed limit, so we don't get a ticket for going too fast. Got a little food carrier here, food tanker. See, the speed limit will go back up in a second or so. Yep, the speed limit has gone back up. Prius just jumps in front of the semi-truck. Always a good idea. Prius is always just jump in front. Is this truck gonna really try that? Yep, he was. Holy crap. Good thing we got over for him because he was just gonna keep coming. Man, of course, he's just gonna come right on over into me without checking his mirrors. Might get to see some nighttime driving either way here. That is my bad, everybody. That trailer was already damaged like that, so that is a-okay. I was busy checking the stream again. Happens a few times here and there. Didn't realize we had to get on the highway right here. Busy messing with the stream a bit, but that is okay. We'll just keep on going. I didn't crash back there. I don't know what all y'all are seeing or talking about. I did not crash into that guardrail. I just lightly tapped it. Very lightly. Providence, Boston, Hartford, and Springfield. I haven't done many trips. Actually, I haven't done any trips, I don't think, back towards the actual game content that the game has come out with, the SCS has come out with. I've only done trips out to the east. Never done one back, but this will be a first and it'll be fun. Got some cloud building up ahead of us. The thing about the detours being turned on is the detours always seem to happen in the last 100 miles of your delivery. So if you're doing a really long delivery, the detours will be really annoying because they will pop up literally when you're 25 miles from your destination, and it'll send you 100 miles outside of your way. So I'm really hoping it doesn't do that. And one time I did a detour, went the way it told me to, and got back on the highway, and it took me to the same place I was just at, where I had to go around the detour. So that was really, really annoying. So I just went around it because there was no way around the detour for me. So I just kind of went around it. That was really something. So here's the decision we got, everybody. We could head into New York, which I think we will do because it is getting kind of late, and I'm just kind of wanting to head in. It's about 74 miles to New York from here. I'm curious to how far it is till there. So it's going to be about 25 extra miles there and then back, so 50 miles extra just to go sleep in New York. But I'm kind of curious to see if that little set of buildings over there is really good New York, or if it's still just like a little town, because that's theoretically what New York City should be. So it's on our turn signal because we are crossing into New York. Welcome to New York, the Empire State. Is this guy gonna let me over? Looks like he's giving me enough room. I might have to get back over. Not so sure, but that is okay for now. we will. There is some random road event happening right in front of us, so we will slow down a little bit past them. It's always good to slow down a little bit when you go past stopped cars like that, because you're moving at such a great speed and a number of things can just make you crash into them at a high speed, so it's always good to kind of go a little slower. New Jersey. Welcome to New Jersey, everybody. Looks like we'll be getting off the highway here to head into New York. Hopefully New York City does not disappoint, because I still can't see anything over there. We will head over there to go to sleep, because it is about 9 o'clock and it is getting a little late, and night driving is just really boring here, because at least you can look at the trees in the daytime, but when it becomes fully night there's pretty much nothing to look at, so it kind of sucks. We don't get over yet. I don't know, we'll see if New York's worth it or not. It's really hard for me to see in the dark in this game anyways, just because it is daytime right now, so it's a little challenging to see. That is really interesting. That, yeah, okay, mod things, that is okay, but it's really hard for me to see at night. Wait, that's New York City, isn't it? That is a cop. That is New York City. I think I will be pleasantly surprised. Kind of a shame they don't have any actual roads in New York City. I'm really hoping SES at some point does some kind of cluster of East Coast states, because it would be so fun to have in-depth New York City and like drive through the different areas, Bronx, Brooklyn. Like, it'd be really cool to be able to drive through these places in New York. Speed limit drops from 40 right from 65. Look, it's New York City. This is actually pretty well done. That's kind of cool. Kind of a shame you can't see it from the highway. The highway doesn't go any closer, but that is okay. New York discovered. We just done diddly tapped that truck on accident. It was a tap, not worth $900 fine. Hey, low. And then you causing me to get into an accident. Truck behind me because you just back, bruh. You're crazy. You just caused 1% damage on my truck from hitting it for no reason. Wow. Be a lot cooler to see this city that never sleeps. Or is that Chicago? One of the two. It'll be cooler to see this in the daytime. Maybe there'll actually be some cool things about this place in the day. Little tight roads here. That's okay. We're running into a few cars so far. Or a few things so far. To be fair, that wasn't my fault. The truck backed into me twice. So, yeah, that was a tad annoying. The interior of the Peterbilt high-rise sleeper. It not much higher than this. It looks a lot higher on the outside just because it has that cap, but that cap is hollow. It kind of sucks, but it's okay. Still just as cool. Now the question is, so the sleep is right in front of us, but what is it? It looks like it might be a motel. It is a motel. Kind of sucks sometimes to have a motel to stay at. They're really hard to park in to sleep. But it is nighttime, so there's not a lot of people here, so I'm just gonna back her in from the road because there's not a lot of traffic. So that should be good. Got about 1,707 miles on this truck. It'll be close to 3,000 when we are done with this delivery. That's exciting. We got any traffic on this? We do not. Alright, perfect. Alright. So there's where we sleep. It's a tad dark for me to see. Actually, I'm wondering, I don't even know if I can make that swing, to be honest with you. This goes around. The question is, will we get stuck back here? We're right here. We're just gonna clear it. Apparently I can sleep here. So honestly, instead of fighting with everything this whole time, I'm just gonna pull the brake. We're gonna turn off the engine and we're gonna hop in the back, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning, New York City. Alright. It is morning in New York City. Let us hear this thing turn on again. Ooh, sounds really good turning on. Let's release the brakes. Let us start on our journey. I could have slept in all these places and not blocked the driveway. That's my bad, but it is okay. We'll just keep on heading. Didn't cause any problems. We got about 1,088 miles to go. So about 22 hours. Okay, I was trying to read that. We'll arrive at 6:42 p.m. in the next morning. If we can make up some time, I will be able to sleep again tonight, or we will be driving through the night. One of the two. We're gonna swing it here because tight turn. And let's pull it back into the road. And then let us get underway through New York City in the daytime. New York City. Good old New York, New York. Light. Do not even dare. It's a green light, not a green arrow button. You should learn how to drive. AI are really terrible at driving in this game. Like, sometimes I just think that they gave anybody licenses in this game. Don't know if engine braking's allowed here. You know what, that is okay. Garbage truck is just gonna go. Jeep, you better not. Freaking truck, bro. People just don't know how to drive in this city or this game. That was a little close. swing into the outside. We're slower, we'll let the faster traffic through. So we will just be on the outside today. Let's take another picture, that's dope. And then let us get moving. We got a lot of driving ahead of us today. Gonna be going for pretty much 12 hours to get some of these miles down. Should be fun. Might want to fill up gas somewhere soon. But from here on, we're pretty straight for a while. Cops here right behind the billboard. Of course, only in New York City do cops hide like that. But there's still random road events stuck in the wall here. That's okay. We're in New Jersey now. That was definitely worth it heading into New York there to sleep. That was really pretty. But now we got a bunch of driving to do today. So let's get that going. We got a truck in the fast lane for some reason. Nothing's ahead of him on the right lane except the Mustang now. What are those? What are those? Hold on. This smokestack's huge. Little off the road, but those are ginormous. God damn. Okay. I thought those were buildings. Like, New York's back there. This is what a lot of driving is like around this coast-to-coast mod, unless you're in the South. Just because there's like, I don't know, it's just a mod. It's not like really thought out for months and months. They just kind of build them for a little while. Like the Coast to Coast mod's great still, but it's not gonna be as much attention to detail as like SCS making their states, because they have paid people to do this. Mods are created generally for free for people to use, so they're not gonna be as nice just because they're free. Nobody gets paid to make them. They just make it on their own time, so we thank them for that. But yeah, this is what a lot of the Midwest states look like up north. South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, they all look like this. Still fun to drive in there sometimes, but there's only a few roads to those states, so it's just kind of like, it's a little boring. Just like a few small cities. Sometimes there's one to like 2 cities in each of those states. So it's a little boring. I haven't been into Michigan yet, but got another random road event right here. Really slowing us down. Ooh, we got a log truck. His trailer tipped over and lost his logs all over the road. That kind of worth he's having a bad day. Did anyone hear what's going on with night transportation, night Swift in the real world? They are pretty much coming for every trucker's job. Not very smart. They put $1.6 billion. It might not be right, but $1.6 billion into a company that is testing out self-driving trucks. The only problem with their method here is they will still have to pay drivers to be behind the wheel of these trucks, even though they are self-driving. They will still have to pay them to pay attention the whole time. So they're literally paying the driver just as normal. And if they don't do it for the right price, then nobody's going to want to do it because they're not getting paid enough to sit behind a self-driving truck. And the only way a self-driving vehicle will ever be able to self-drive itself completely is if every vehicle on the road was self-driving. Just because then the cars will be able to talk to each other and like be able to figure everything out. But when you have people and self-driving cars on the road, it doesn't work. So these self-driving trucks, they'll act the same. They won't work just because they are still self-driving, or there are still people on these roads. And computers don't do very well with making like fast decisions, and they don't know how people think because they can't figure that out. So it's just not going to work. It's a waste of money. So don't ever work or don't even just give business to Night Swift anymore. Just don't give them any business. Then maybe they'll have to pull out of giving them money and save themselves. And maybe this self-driving truck thing will stop because I will never own a self-driving car personally, ever. It's just, I like to drive my cars. I like to drive. I don't want my car to drive for me. So, don't give them any business. Just because they're trying to save money for themselves, not for any of their employees, just for the owners. They're trying to become more rich than they already are. For pretty much no reason, because it won't work for at least another 50, 60 years until every car is off the road, which will not happen, I tell you, for a long time, or ever. Because I will never buy a self-driving car, electric car, anything. I will always have a car that runs on gas. So, there's plenty of us like that. And even these truck drivers, they're saying, don't work for them, don't give them business. Just because they are trying to do this stuff for free. But they won't be able to because they'll still have to pay people. So, in theory, they're wasting a lot of money. They're losing that $1.6 billion they could pay their employees. And they're still going to have to pay their employees to be behind the wheel of these self-driving trucks because it won't work. It just won't. So yeah, that's Night Swift for you. Don't work for Night Swift. Don't give them any business. Make them be able to figure that out because they're screwing themselves up right now, and I don't know why. We are almost in Pittsburgh. Kinda. I don't think we're even going through Pittsburgh if we're being completely honest. Yeah, no, we're gonna get off the highway to go to Winchester, West Virginia, or you could say Virginia, either way, and then we're gonna be going through Virginia for a while until we get on into Tennessee, which I assume we will be finding a place to sleep when we get into Tennessee because it is almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are making up a bit of time, actually. That's good. That's what we like to see, is making up some time on this drive, so because we always want to make up some time. So we have the ability to sleep and take a little breather, because you sleep for about 10 hours in this game, so you want to make sure you have enough room to drop off your load still and make the delivery date. What you should be able to do if you just plan it out right, plan your trip out right, should all work fine. Now we're heading south into Virginia on this highway, so we'll be hitting Virginia and then we'll be going straight through Virginia until we hit Tennessee, which I will find a sleeping place somewhere in Tennessee. Nice rest stop to pull over and grab some food, maybe. Just call it a night after this long drive we got here. drops here and there, that's okay. At least we got some trees and stuff to look at now. We got through all the stretch. It would have been fine if we skipped going to New York and just kept driving for a few hours. It would have been a late start, but we wouldn't have been starting driving until probably 10 or so. Been about 10 o'clock when we started doing that drive today, so we would have been a really late job. We would have missed New York City. But it's okay. Exploring, driving around, it's kind of the point of this game. Might stop and pick up some fuel somewhere at a rest stop and just take a second to gather ourselves and continue this drive. But let us roll down the window and just listen to our drive. Speeding, the speed limit has dropped, so we are going to engine breakdown. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. We have hit West Virginia, everybody. So we will be finding a rest stop in the next few minutes. Maybe. Okay, maybe not actually. So we are going to. I'm gonna take a second and pause it in a second so I can go run and do something for a few minutes, but because there is no rest stop along this route for a bit. Welcome to Virginia. So we have made it through West Virginia. Now we're entering Virginia. So it is Winchester, Virginia, not West Virginia. So that's good to know. Because on the map it's just a little close together. So, but it is Virginia that is Winchester, and we have discovered Winchester, Virginia. We got some hills. We're by the coal fields over there in West Virginia. That's cool to see. The speed limit has dropped tremendously, so we will engine brake. Bunch of mountains off to our left. That's cool to see. Bunch of little houses too. Or off to our right. Sorry, not our left. We learned that in kindergarten. My bad. I did not go to kindergarten. Just kidding. I definitely went to kindergarten. Did I pay attention? Apparently, I did not pay attention enough. So that's not helpful. To go to kindergarten and not pay attention. So then you lose your left and your rights. It's not good, especially when you're driving in a game. It's going to tell me to make a right, and then I'm going to make a left. See, that's not good. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're paying attention at all times. So we're going to set the cruise at 70, and I will be back in a few minutes. Sorry for that little delay, everybody. I had to drink some water and go do something real quick, but on these long drives, it's kind of nice to be able to take a second and regather yourself, because we have already driven about 500 miles or so, yeah, and I'll just keep on trucking through Virginia, see these beautiful landscapes, like this farm off to our right, silos, the mountains right next to us. It's really, really pretty. Let's clear everything off of here so we can take a picture in a second. Let's take a picture and let's get back into first person so I can see. We got a truck carrying some pipes that's going a little slow, but that's okay. There's some nice scenery around us. We're gonna hop over just so we can go past him a little bit since he's going a little slow. And we're still going speed limit, passing him, so. Because I don't know about the laws here. I don't know if they have a law for trucks being in the right lane only. I know they do in Colorado. Trucks must stay in the right lane unless to pass. I mean, it's technically a law for everybody, but really only enforced for trucks because trucks are slower than people, and in Colorado the fast lane means go 20 plus over the speed limit the whole way, so yeah, I don't know about here, but yeah, because we're in Virginia right now, going through pretty much all of Virginia, straight down the middle of Virginia. I know I said I was going to do some snow driving gameplay, but 142 just came out for American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck, and the mod for the snow that I have is not yet compatible with 142, so I have to wait a little bit or look for a new snowy mod that works well so I can have the ability to drive in it and without crashing my game, so I'll keep checking that. But this Coast to Coast mod works with 142, 141. It just jumped right over to 142. It's compatible, so that's good to hear and see. Because you want to be able to use this, because I love this Coast to Coast mod. It gives you just something to do when you get bored of driving in those states. You just hop on over to Coast to Coast, drive through the East, the Midwest. It's fun. Really pretty down here through Virginia. Really pretty roads, landscapes, mountains. We got a bunch of everything. There's power lines flying over the highway. That's cool. Got these mountains around us. Ooh, little frame right there. Didn't work, but that's okay. Keep on going. That road sign is a little close to the highway. That was a little sketchy. Looks like we gotta get over. We don't want to head to West Virginia right now. We do want to head through Virginia still. Speed limit did drop. use our engine brake a little bit. We'll hop back over in the slow lane because we are a big truck, and let the faster cars through. This is a new road for me driving on right now. This is really cool. A lot of trees around this highway. It's still really pretty though. We're entering Daleville and Roanoke. Roanoke Welcome Center. It is currently 3:16 p.m. in the afternoon. We are passing Daleville and Roanoke, Virginia right now. We came from New York today. So that's cool. This is really pretty area. Really cool rest stop, gas station. A nice rest stop. Off to our left we got restaurant. Some nice mountains and stuff. That's cool. But we're not stopping. We're just gonna keep on trucking. All trucks right lane only, and we got a 55 speed limit. Safety corridor. I don't really know that. I think it's just because we're approaching cities, so they're gonna have us go slower. That's okay. Downtown Roanoke, 1 mile. Roanoke, Virginia. Discovered. Got a cop sitting there in the middle, trying to get those speeders. It's annoying, and these cars are going a lot slower than I would like. But now we gotta build up the speed and let this car go around us. We're gonna jump on over. Those cars did end up getting off, so we will get back over into our lane. Let these cars pass us, because we still got a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit for trucks. Lee Highway. Highway 81. Speed limit of 65 for trucks. That's sick. Cars are able to go 70, so we will stay on the right side of the road. Virginia Tech, Blacksburg, 1 mile. Is that a road I can go on, or is that not? Maybe. That might be kind of considered Blacksburg. Not entirely sure. In this game, doesn't look like it's a town you can actually go to. No, see, here's the exit for Blacksburg. We are not allowed to go that way. Kind of a shame. It's a cool building right off to the side. Looks like we got a little zone. We got a we gotta get over for, and this car is not gonna let us over. This car will, thank you so much, sir. We got another truck, lost his load, looks like, on the road. Oh, and yeah, I know his truck split in half there on that side. New River. It's an interesting name. That's a road, that's not a river. There's the river. Really pretty landscape. We are a little out of our lane. Let's just start focusing on driving a little bit more than looking at this beautiful scenery. We have about 599 miles to go. And it is 4:36. We could probably drive another 4:04 forward. Holy, what? I was pressing right and it just went left for some reason. We will be driving for another 4 or 5 hours. About 30 hours to get there, so we made up some good time. So we'll be able to stop somewhere and get a rest in somewhere in Tennessee or Virginia. No, that's not on our side of the road. Doesn't really look like they have a lot of good rest stops along the side of the road here, so probably end up stopping somewhere in Knoxville. Do they have a good rest area? They actually don't even have a rest area because these are garages that we can buy. I've been to them before. They're not an actual rest area. So we'll either have to stop in Crookville at a motel or a Kenny, or we can stop in here, which is a legitimate rest stop. So I think we will actually stop there. It's about 2 hours, so that's okay. We'll just it's either that or drive like 6-7 hours to get to a rest stop, so we'll just do that. Call it quits for the night, pick up some dinner, and then just hang out. Beckley, West Virginia. I would love to go through Beckley and see the coal mines, coal fields they got out there. But that is not our route, so we are going to keep going straight. As much as I would like to go see Beckley, West Virginia and see the coal fields, but what do we got going on up here? We got a cop pulling over a little flatbed on the right of this side, or the left side, fast lane, so we're going to let this car in. 70 now, so we're going to try to pick up some speed. I'm going to have to engine brake because there's a car on our left. And now we're going to throw on the signal and get on over. Go around this slow line of traffic here since our speed limit is 70, and they are choosing not to do that. I'm going to set cruise control at 71 just so we can pass them a little bit. Coming up here along our rest area soon. 1 hour and 27 minutes, 70 miles. And be just under 500 miles when we stop, and we will fill up gas there too because we are kind of low on gas. So we will do that. Ooh, the frames are dropping a little bit there. That's okay. We are in Bristol in Sullivan County in Virginia. Actually, we are just crossing into Tennessee now. Spoke a little too soon. We are crossing into good old Tennessee. Really pretty still. This coast to coast mod sometimes is a little weird because I was driving out through Missouri, I think. There was some. No, it wasn't even Missouri. I think it was in Illinois, and there were some mountains in Illinois. Like they weren't hills. They were mountains. So that's not quite right. I don't think. At least they don't have mountains. They have more hills in areas, but not mountains. Going up a pretty serious hill here. Blountville, Tennessee. So we have made it into Tennessee. That was the goal for the day, was to make it into Tennessee. These guys carrying hydrochloric acid. That's kind of scary. It says toxic on the back, and that is the trailer for hydrochloric acid, which is kind of scary, but it's okay. Speed limit is 60. Didn't really realize the speed limit dropped down that much. But we are going to get over since this truck got over, so we can make our exit. But we are still going to drop the speed limit down to about 60 miles an hour, because that is the speed limit. Was about 70 miles away. We should be hitting our rest stop area soon. National Park billboard there, that's kind of cool. Yeah, our rest area is just up ahead. We will be pulling off the highway here. It's shutting down for the day. Making sure everything's okay with the truck still. Doing about 1,000 miles so far on this journey, so we're gonna shut down, check on the truck, make sure everything's okay with the truck. Make sure no tires are blown or nothing. Just keep good maintenance up. It's always a good thing to do. Engine brake down the hill here. Use our brakes for the final stretch of that. Looks clear. Yeah, we're just gonna double check. Always double check when you're driving a big truck like this, especially when you can get in trouble for hitting somebody. So you always just gotta make sure that you're clear. We're pulling into the rest stop here. It's a pretty big Love's rest stop. That's good to see. It's not Love's, is it? Nope, it is not Love's. That gas station is. This area is not for us because we're a truck. Oh, it is Love's. Look at that. Truck area. Truck service. Truck entry. Right here. This is where we belong. They don't let us in normal areas because we drive a big truck, so. Look at that, the sun is indeed setting over there to the west. So we are gonna fill up gas right now, and then we're gonna shut it down. Have the Love's here. Alright, let's fill her up. Filled up about 140 gallons, about $334 here. What was that? That was terrifying, but okay. Alright, let's release the brakes. Let's go park for the night and shut down. We're all clear. Goes that money for that. I'm gonna go park over here, I think. Yeah. We're clear of the gas station. Now let's go find a good old parking place. Still got some spaces open. That's always good to see. Look at this. We're gonna get a nice, easy straight back. Just because there's not a lot of people here, so we're gonna get an easy straight back. We're definitely not parking like this. We're gonna back her in. There's no trucks coming, so cleared to go. I don't really know how that did that, but we will fix that real quick. We have some time to fix this. Okay, I really don't understand why I can't create any room here in this truck stop parking spot. It's really interesting to me, but okay. And then we are going to correct it for a third time, so we can have some room here to park. Am I not even allowed to park here? To rest? Oh no, we are. Okay. Good. See you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is an early morning here at the Love's Rest Stop in Tennessee. Got a really pretty sunrise going on right now. We're gonna snap a quick picture of that. And then we're gonna get our mirror back up. We're gonna hear the beautiful startup again. We're gonna roll down the window. We're gonna drive with the window down for a few minutes here, so we can get some nice sounds going. Let's release the brakes, and then let us pull out of the rest stop and head on our journey. Clear to keep on going. approximately 480 miles to go. We will be delivering this today, right around dinner time or so. So let's get moving here. Turn signal, get back on the highway. Use the engine brake under the bridge. Sounded really good under the bridge. Let's make a turn because we are clear. Freeway entrance. Let's get a move on today. We got a burrito from the rest stop, so that's good. Pull up the window here, now we're on the highway. Got a good burrito here in the morning at that rest stop. It was pretty good. Get some breakfast for the day. We won't eat a lunch again. We'll just eat a dinner after we drop off the load here in Alabama, or not Alabama, Mississippi. Mississippi soon, getting through Tennessee, but for now let us just keep on trucking. So if you guys wanted any special content, trucks, routes, truck and routes, type of trailer, load you want me to do, I can do that. An area you want me to deliver to, drop off, whatever you want me to do, pick up from, specific state, you don't necessarily need a specific route, just a state, I can do a state anyone wants. Any requests, just put them in the comments and I can do those. I have about every truck, just about every type of trailer, so whatever you really want to see. If you want to see a specific company, there's a good chunk of them: Butler, Swift, Estes, Old Dominion, we got US Express, Hobby Lobby, Walgreens, Safeway, Werner. There's a bunch of other ones, but any kind of company you'd like to see, if you want to see it, just put it in the comments. Those are fixed now for this video. They were disabled for the other videos for some reason, but for this video they are enabled, or should be. So if you have any requests of anything you want me to do, I will do it. Just put it down in the comments and I will fulfill that request and do a delivery however you guys want me to do. If you want to see any more coast to coast, let me know. I think after this we will head back to the West Coast and do some more West Coast driving, maybe some Wyoming or Colorado deliveries, something like that. We'll head that way, I think. Knoxville, Tennessee here, off to our right and left. Majority is on the right side here. It's in Knoxville. It's really pretty, especially in the morning. Not much traffic on the roads. It's kind of nice. A few trucks here and there, some cars. Nobody likes to wake up this early on a weekday, a work week. You just kind of have to, but we get to just keep on trucking through Tennessee. We're getting paid a good $81K for this delivery if it's on time, so it will be on time, so we will get paid a good chunk of money for this delivery. A good chunk of it's going back to gas, though, because we have used a lot of gas on this delivery. We'll be slowing down. Looks like there's a little clog up down here to get on the highway. We got the Cat C15 in this truck here. The two tankers in front of us, the Exxon Mobil, and the other one I cannot read. But we will let this truck in since he's gonna go anyways. Gotten a little close, buddy. A little annoying sometimes, but it's whatever. Try to get in Nashville. We are going off to the right towards Nashville, so we'll have to stay here behind the Exxon Mobil truck because we are taking a right turn and not a left turn. So don't know why we're going so slow right now, about 40-ish miles an hour on the on-ramp to the new highway we will be taking to Nashville into Mississippi. Got a heavy bulldozer in front of us, that's why. We got the day cab drivers out now. They do these shorter deliveries because they don't have a place to sleep in their trucks, so they just do these short, quick deliveries to these places. We have the good old sleeper back here, so we get to sleep in there. Keep on going. We have a portable bed the whole way through. It's really nice to have. It's not great accommodations, but it's better than sleeping in this seat here because this is just a seat for driving. At least we have something to put our feet up on, put a pillow down, blanket. So yeah, no, that's nice to have. And we got approximately 368 miles to go. About 7-ish hours. We'll be delivering this just around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. That's always good to see. We got Chester's billboard up here. So I'm gonna take a second and let you guys just enjoy the scenery and the truck sounds. roll up these windows. We'll be crossing out of Tennessee here soon. Going over the river right here. Got a yacht off to our right. Cool. Nice, beautiful river. Another yacht back there. Really pretty down through here. Be hitting Memphis, Tennessee here soon. We got another accident up here. We gotta slow it down a lot. Right here in Camden right now. Got the Love's truck stop off to our left. We're gonna get on over. This car's going really slow. As soon as I say that, we can speed up, so. Got a Cisco double trailer right here. Memphis is about 97 miles away. We're getting kind of close. We approximately have 4 hours left. 210 miles. Construction off the right here. We are in Jackson, Tennessee now. Get off of this slow line here. Just get going a little bit more. Costco double trailer deal right here. Would like to get back over now because we're going up a hill, so won't be going as fast. Alright, and we look clear to the right, so we're going to get on over here into the middle lane. Keep on cruising through Tennessee. And there's my first way station, actually, of the trip. Wrong button. That is not the engine brake button. That does happen to be the horn, so we will not do that again. Not honking at you, Mr. Hinoback. I don't exactly know what that says. And we will get ready for this way station here. We got the empty going next to us. I guess he is empty. And we will weigh ourselves for the trip. Carrying 31,000 pounds of fertilizer, mind you. Let us come to a stop here. Just on the brakes. 70,000 pounds. Let's turn off that. Vehicle's not in great shape, whatever. That's not my fault. New York is a terrible place. The McDonald's truck here, a G&W. We also got a Trident Seafoods here. And then let us get into this lane here. It's clear, so let's keep on going. Now we gotta get back on the highway. Just go around these guys because they're going slow. This Universal truck is going really slow. We got a little incident up here. No, that's... Wait, it's just a really slow tanker truck, I think. Yeah, really slow hydrochloric acid truck, moving really slow. That's good though, being cautious. Carrying a very flammable material on there. Don't want that doing anything to the roads. Or killing anybody, that would be bad. Memphis Airport. Looks like we're gonna need to get on over to get off of the highway here. Doing a really nice U-turn real quick, pretty much. Ramp here. It's tight, but still doable. We are 123 miles from the destination and drop off, and we are going to have an earlier drop than what was expected. Is 55. It's kind of a sucky because you gotta go a bit slower now, but that is okay. We will just keep moving. Looks like we're getting off the highway up here again to turn left to go south towards Mississippi. I think we have officially crossed out of Tennessee. Negative. We have not crossed out of Mississippi yet. We will, but we'll be heading straight south to our destination. So let's hit our engine brake a little bit. Get slowing down. 65 speed limit on the off-ramp. That's nice. Very kind of you. And this light is green for now. Still green, so we will keep going on through it. We ran into that. That is really unfortunate. I thought I cleared it, but obviously I should have judged my distance a little better. Truck's a little damaged, but whoops. Went a little too fast on that turn. Like we're about to be crossing into Mississippi state lines here on Highway 22. Welcome to Mississippi.
any bad weather on this journey. That is good to see. About 70 miles outside of the destination. There's an IHOP over here. That sounds really good. But we're 70 miles away, so no need to go to IHOP. Just get this done. Casino and restaurant. Another truck stop here. McDonald's here off to our right. Even though it's a diner. Top end of the bridge again. Sounds really good under the bridge. We have Pebbles. An old semi right there. It's been battered. Looks to be where we will be dropping our load off. Yep, this is Grenada, Mississippi. This will be this truck. We got a turn here. Looks like this is our delivery point. straightforward drop-off point here. We're gonna have to recorrect it. Yeah, we're gonna run into that trailer if we keep going like that. And we have made it to our drop-off point. Let us turn off the flashers. And then let us turn off the engine. 2:21 p.m. And let's unload. 47 hours taken, 1,365 miles, just under 200 gallons used. That was a good delivery. All right. Thank you all for tuning in.